What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott, and what if I told you I can maximize your value by giving you a list of things you should not be doing, things that you have guys disrespect you, things that have guys, become sporadic or want to treat you casual, and things like that, okay? So let's jump right into this. The first thing I want to talk about before even getting into it, actually, I take that back, is why do you want to have high value? Why is that so important? You hear us all talk about it, but what's important? Or why do you need it? In my opinion, I say this all the time. This is a quote that I live by. Without structure, there's chaos. High value is structure. It is a way of being treated. It is a mutual understanding of what is happening and what is expected. And if you don't give that, right, if you don't have that aura of you, or you don't maintain that standard, a guy is going to obviously not pay full price, if you know what I mean. If people could cut corners or get advantages or deals or coupons or whatever it is on something, they're going to do so. So obviously, if a guy has to take you out 5 times to have sex with you versus you just coming over date 1 or 2 and hooking up, which one's he going to do? He's going to do, the coming over and hooking up. It's just easier. It's a save on resources. So that's number 1. Number 2, it's really important to have high value because it makes you come off as a highly sought after woman. And the most important thing in the marketplace, that's what it's called. I didn't make that name up. In the marketplace is a high value sought after woman. Why? Because from an evolutionary perspective or point of view, when you're highly sought after, again, fake it till you make it at least. It means you have a lot of assets. You have a lot of things that men want, which puts you at a higher number in the 1 to 10 kind of thing, okay? So you have to come off high value. And lastly, it like I said with the structure thing, it is kind of a sheet like on how he needs to treat you, on what you're going to expect, what he's going to deliver, what you're going to get out of it, what, the expectation, just things like that. And third, it's an expectation. You don't want a guy coming in and treating you casually and vice versa. A guy doesn't want to come in and have some raunchy ass woman. I think if both parties are high value and maintain high value, or the variables that are high value, both parties benefit. So with that being said, now let's jump in. Number 1 is you're not putting a price on your time and who you're intimate with. Attention needs to be scarce. That doesn't mean play hard to get. Doesn't mean be a bitch. Doesn't mean be cold. Doesn't mean never initiate, never say good morning, never plan a date. It's just he has to do it first, and he has to earn it. I tell women that a man has to pave the road, and if he does, you go along for the ride. Hey, there's nothing. Hey, I'll go with you. I'll have fun. I'll hang out. Maybe we can even hook up later on down the road. You just got to paint a really far road for me to get there. A guy has to invest his resources, time, energy, effort, money into you, okay, to enable to get your time and to be intimate with you. If you just give it away to a guy in the beginning, it does 2 things. 1, it's not the stuff we were previously saying. It's not high value, so he's going to treat you casual. 2, it ruins the power dynamic. He knows he has you. You lost your advantage in terms of like being courted, because now you're at a deficit, and he knows that you're the one who's trying to get back to neutral, get back to 0. So he's going to treat you accordingly. Just make sure a guy invests in you, and a guy, time, energy, effort, money, all those type of things before you give him dates and millions of chances, and you're intimate with them. Number 2 is you're not following the structure that Mother Nature gave you. Women are more at risk, right? And they have to be the choosier sex when it comes to finding a partner. Why? Because parental investment theory says so, which basically states that the more invested sex has more to lose. In a lot of instances, it's the woman, and almost all, from what I know, a shitload of species, it's women, because they have to bear the child. Okay, they have to take care and nurture the child with her body and nutrients. Which does multiple things to her. It leaves her more vulnerable to predators. It leaves her ostracized by other men. Men don't want a pregnant woman. She needs more calories and nutrients. She needs a community, some back then at least, a community to take care of the child, or a village to take care of the child. And she needs to be protected. But if a woman makes the wrong choice, the guy's not screwed. He's the same dude the next day. He can go out and plant a seed and spread it and whatever. A woman, that's not the case. Okay, that is not the case. You're screwed for 9 months, literally and figuratively. Okay, so you have to abide by Mother Nature's rules, which is filtering men out to find the right guy, not only for a relationship, but again, who you invest your time in and who you're intimate with. Right? So if a guy is newly single, if a guy hasn't had a relationship in years and years and years, if he's never had a serious relationship, if he was cheated on in his relationship, those are all red flags. Mother Nature, I'm not saying they can't happen. It always could happen, but the odds are greatly against you. Mother Nature, she's giving you the signs, man. It's like, hey, you don't want, come on. If this guy hasn't had a relationship in 10 years, you're not going to be the one that comes around and changes it. That's just not how it works. And also, you need a man to court you. You have to be courted. A man has to invest his resources in order for him to prove himself that he is worthy of the investment, because again, how else are you going to choose who is the right guy for you? The only way you could it's not by looks. I mean, that works. That's nice. But it's not just by looks. It has to be by a dude who is willing to put forth the effort, who is on the same page as you. So if a guy says something like, I'm looking for something casual, or not even that obvious. He says, I'm not really looking for something serious, but I'm open to it. If the right girl comes along, 100%. Let's see what happens. Get that shit out of here. He's out. Hey, you have to follow the structure Mother Nature gives you. You're only giving your time and intimacy to people who are on the same page as you, right? And who are willing to invest their resources consistently over time. Number 3 is there's no reciprocation. You have to reciprocate. A high-value woman rewards a man, because at the end of the day, a high-value woman that men are highly seeking are loving, nurturing, caring women. Not women who are high maintenance, who want him to spend a shitload of money. Not women who want him to chase 100% of the time. Not women who want to go on 20 dates before she sleeps with him, which I'm not saying you're obligated to do so. For all the people in the comments, you're going to say something. You get what I'm saying. It is a give and take. It's all about power dynamics. If you're on the same page and you're looking for the same thing, it's easier to do that. But again, how do you know? Which is why you need the man to invest in you. But when he's investing, men love reciprocity. We want to know that our investment is paying off. And that could be a good or bad thing. Again, if he's wanting sex and he sees that he's getting closer to sex, that sucks. But if he's wanting a relationship and you're just holding off, well, how is it going to build? How is it going to progress? By him investing more? I mean, guys on average, high value men do not do that. So it's funny because a lot of women will come to me and they wonder why they're attracting the same type of dudes. They're like, Elliot, I'm doing all the things you're saying. I'm not doing this. He's reaching out to me. It's like, well, yeah, that's the tactic of low value men. Low value men will love bomb you. Low value men will do a shitload until you crack. High value men, it's all reciprocity. They'll court you. They'll invest. They'll initiate, but if you're not doing it in return, well, then they're going to move on. They're high value. There's no reason for them to stick around. So a high value woman is very reciprocal. Number 4 is you don't take care of yourself. This is going to be controversial. I'm just going to say it like this. Men like healthy looking women. If you look healthy, okay, you're going to have a lot higher success with men. If you let yourself go, I'm just saying it. I know everyone's going to get in a fucking uproar. This is just from evolutionary science, not me. Okay, you're going to be highly sought after. And again, I can get into the whole reason on why this is. But if you want a, I guess, more in-depth description of it or more detail, link is down below to my guides. I have 6 guides. I talk about power. I talk about what men want, what men think, how to filter men, how to build a relationship with men, no contact, all that type of stuff. Okay, so if you're interested, link is down below, but you got to take care of yourself. Men don't want a risk. We are risk avoidant by nature. If you're a healthy, happy, youthful, energized, or woman full of energy, you're going to do a lot better with men than if you're like, he needs to accept me for the way I look and the way I am. Get that shit. That's not how the effing world works. That's just not how it works. People get on me about this all the time. No, and by the way, you shouldn't accept men like that either. If this man has a big old beer gut, don't be like, oh, well, he's nice. No, get rid of the fucking beer gut, dude. So it goes both ways. And lastly, I kind of touched on this already, but there has to be some type of structure. If you do not have it, like I said, a man is going to take advantage of you. You have to let him know that he is entering your life. These are the effing rules. I'm not like your ex. I'm not dealing with that bullshit. I'm not giving you a million chances just because you're attractive. I'm not giving you a million chances because you're hot. I want some basic human communication, consistency, clarity. What your word is your bond. What you say you do. Your actions and words line up. If a guy is not doing this and you're keeping him around, he knows he has you. He's not going to do it. He's not going to change. Trust me on that, ladies, okay? So with that being said, there are the 5 reasons. Again, if you want my guide, link is down below. Ladies, I love you all. Take care and peace.